Rick Shaw here on the 14th of April, 2023, and it seems like the month is moving along here pretty good. We had that big low pressure cell, and to be honest with you here, we really didn't get much at all. It's got a nice temperature now. It definitely cut the dust down here, which was enough, but I don't think it's enough rain to have saturated the ground good enough. You know, I would like to see some more rain, to be honest with you, would have been nice for a couple of days. You know, just a good soaker, not one of these ones that's too hard and runs everything off. That would not be good. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, but that's pretty cool. I got my puppy dogs out walking this morning. Had them out real early, and they're doing really good. I'm just liking little Boomer. He's getting more protective. He's getting faster. When Shaky runs, he can almost keep up with her. I mean, he gives it all he can, because she's pretty fast, and she's trimmed up real nice. She just looks great again, and she's not being goofy. So, you know, it had a lot to do with her having the pups, I think. You got to be easy on them. You know, they're just sweet puppies. But I've been watching this Mulvaney dude. You know, all this backlash that Anheuser-Busch is getting. But I truly think these corporations are all involved with each other. So that was a strategic to put that out so it would, you know, just tear up the airwaves, especially the social media. Not so much the mainstream, but the social media. And get everybody focusing on this. You know, it's what the magician does. He has you looking over here at this hand when the real thing's happening over here. So, you know, that's what I think is going on with that. But, you know, I remember when they were doing the Aunt Jemima and the Land O'Lakes, all that stuff. And these activists were like, just eat it, you know, and they were taking statues down all over the country and stuff. And then we had some guy on here the other day. I'll see if I can find the link. He's on there. First registered black slave owner in the United States was a black dude, you know. So, come on, this stuff going on is crazy. Now they're screaming their heads off that people are getting upset. Well, you know something, you don't got to be upset. You don't got to say nothing. You know, it's vote with your wallet. That's what's happening. People said, hey, guess what? We ain't playing this game. You know, we're getting tired of it. And you come up with these dang, you know, dudes that are going, you know, story time and all that. It just makes me wonder why they keep seeking to children. You know, that's just nuts. And it's being allowed. You know, they've got so many people in high positions that are just pushing this down our throats. You know, they want to push something down our throats for sure, and up the other end too. But you know, guys, there has to be an end to this. There has to be an end to this crazy. And then you look at this Dolly. You know, Dolly. What a good name. Maybe he's a trans too. Dalai Lama getting a little kid sucking his tongue. I'm sure you know, that's on camera. What you see on camera is one thing. You know, but what you see otherwise, you know, not on camera, what do you think's really happening? I mean, this is insane. It's starting to get insane. And I feel bad for a lot of these people who converted over, you know, and that they say, you know, I could get up here and say I'm a tomato, you know, and what are most people going to say? Well, you're nuts in your head. But they're afraid to say it for these guys. You know, they've made it so bad with all this hate speech and stuff. You look up in Canada, you can't say nothing. In Europe, I just watched a guy from, I believe he was from Norway. I put it on my one page, and he just said, I'm going to speak my mind, but up there you say something that could offend them. And it could be anything now. I mean, holy cow, they had some woman, dude, I'm not even sure what the heck it was. I didn't look close enough at the jawline and the neck and all that stuff. It was one or the other. And taking her car in. And the guy's like, oh, hey, how you doing? You know, we got you ready. And then they didn't even know how to act because they couldn't understand. You know, they're wanting the confrontation. They're wanting to say something. That's the only way they know. When somebody was kind to them, This woman got a big long spiel in her car. She didn't know how to act. She didn't know what to do. She wasn't getting the hate, the hate it was normally getting. So, you know, these people, you know, most of them go to the college. You know, I saw this thing on there where the dude, Dirty Jobs guy, and then they had a meme going on where they show this college guy with, of course he's got his man bun, and he's got his Apple, and he's got his expensive watch and his $500 sweater and all this stuff, saying he's broke. And then they go on, you know, I owe hundreds of thousands. Debt needs to be forgiven. He's got something in on the, you know, to find the biology of a pissant gnat fly and psychological studies, and he can't find a job. And then you look at the tradesman. You know, I'm all for being a tradesman. If a kid wants to get out of high school and doesn't want to go to college, learn a trade. Go to a trade school, go to the ABC, and go through it like that and learn a trade, because there's some nice money in it. You know, you could make a heck of a lot of money, especially if you dig the overtime. You know, grab it up. But you know, these guys, they want to get these degrees because it's easy, and they want to do as much college. I know one young fella. He's been in, I think he's 40 now. He's been in college since he got out, living on mommy's dime. And why would he want to get a job? He's got it made. Lives home with mommy. Keeps going to college, and he'll tell you how smart he is. Oh, this guy gets on there so smart. But he, you know, I don't have time for him. You know, I remember even on the jobs, these guys would come in, and you know, they got all this book learning, but they've got nothing in the field. We had a guy one time. We had a place done. This was we kind of did it commercially because we put a 600 amp service in there. This guy was building this, I think it was 18,000 square feet, but it was in the Northeast. They had a helicopter pad. He had a landing strip. Guy had all kinds of stuff. So we got the job for that and the roughing on the house. And they sent this young fella in. He's a college guy, the contractor's son, and he's going to come in and work. And he's going to get his hands dirty, and he's going to show me how to do it. Been doing it for years. So they wanted to play tennis down in the basement. So they didn't want any poles. So they had to buy these $80,000 a piece micro lambs. You know, these monstrous, you know, and they had a tennis court down in their basement, real high ceiling. The basement was super deep. And you can't drill these. They got a special provision that you can go underneath them, you know, and then you might have to box it if they finished it. So you can box around it like with 2x4s, and then you know, put some nail guards and stuff on there. And this kid, he starts drilling the micro lamb. Hey man, you can't do that. Man, as you talk about, hey, I'll get you fired, you motherfucker, my father runs this, I'll do what you don't tell me what to do. Fine. Oh, knock yourself out. I'm not kidding you. This guy drilled, it looked like Swiss cheese when he was done to get the wires through. Because the big transformers were out in the garage. And they had a big, like, I think it was an 8-car garage way over in the corner. This is Mr. College Brainiac. And they had to come in, jack the house off, because the inspector said nope. They had to jack the place up, pull this $80,000 micro lamb out, and just think of the cost. I know the cranes that they brought in, and then all the damage it did to the floor up above, you know, because those are nailed together. The guy had his floors done 12-inch on center with 2x8s. Super strong floor. Well, when you pick up on something like that, they sort of picked it up in the middle just to get the micro. Well, you're flexing that, and you're pulling nails loose, and there's going to be all kinds of problems down the road, I think. But this is what you run into with these brainiacs. The one fellow I knew, he got sociological, and he would sit even at a dinner table and try to evaluate you right at the table. Well, nobody wants to hear that crap. What the hell you want to hear that crap for? You want to sit at the table and talk about daily events. You don't want somebody analyzing you, and most of the time they get it wrong. You know, they don't know. They haven't been working in the field. They just went and book learned. And most of these college professors, most of them are commies. You know, they're teaching more on pronouns and stuff. You know, you don't get a pronoun. I mean, holy cow, you get a noun, you know, you're a person, place, or thing, so you can be a noun, I guess. But these pronouns and all this kind of crap, I'm a they, them, he, she, shim, sham. Give me a break. You know, I don't choose to believe in these people's delusion. I just don't. You know, you think about it, if you go to a job interview and I walk in a big bunny suit, and I got my whiskers on, and I'm chomping on a carrot, and I go for a job, the guy's going to laugh me out of the place because I tell him I identify as a bunny rabbit. I'm out of there, and they're going to sit and talk for days. That guy was nuts. But yet, a dude can come in full-on chick, identify as a chick, and they can't do nothing about it. Their hands are tied. It's a little much. It's a little much. It's going too far. I hope this is a last gasp with these people, because they're starting to hit them in the pocketbook. I last seen that Anheuser-Busch lost about $6 billion as of the other day. I don't know what it is now. I wasn't really watching the news, but who knows? But this weather, this is what we got, guys. It's kind of overcast, beautiful, just perfect temperatures, neutral. Hey, come on out of there. Car moving. There you go. Come on, buddy. Stay away from the car. It's our neighbors going. But we'll see what goes on down the road. The big main thing that's bad is this digital currency coming in. You know, it could be another China. It'll take a while, you know, a couple years once they implement that and shove it down your throat, just like these guys want to shove something down your throat. That's what they're doing, or shove it up your giggy. And you know, that's I think that'll truly be the end. The dollar's taking a hit. We had some senators get in there and say they put up a bill for a gold-backed dollar. Well, that'll hit the Senate. You know that's going to go nowhere. That's for sure. They can't have that, because how they gonna skim off the top if you've got that and everybody's dealing in that. So, and I hear some people tell me, they say, oh well, you know, I tell them buy gold and silver, and they say, oh no, you can't do that. You can't eat that. You know, and one guy said, I'm going to buy bullets. Biggest thing, if the proverbial poo-poo hits the fan, I think the best thing to do is, you know, you can't on your own. I know some survivalist guys that I'm going to go back in the woods, just my wife and kids and me, and we're gonna rough it out all by ourselves. Doesn't work. It's not going to work that way, guys. You got to get a group of you. It has to be a group watching out for each other, because they come in, the federales come in, they're going to wipe that guy out in no time. Yeah, so maybe he'll go down with a fight, maybe he won't, but they're going to wipe him out anyway, because they're going to keep coming. But when you got a whole big group of people standing up for each other, you know, and growing their own stuff, watching the water, that's like Gates with his, you know, everybody was worried about the farming. You know, he's going to poison all the food. And now they want to put this stuff, this MNRA in the cows and the pigs, you know, and all this stuff. But if you look at it a little bit deeper, I don't think so much he's worried about the land itself, because he knows it's no good. It's already polluted with all these chemtrails, and that's all settled on there. And then of course now they're starting all these chemical fires. This is a war, guys. Just get it through your head. But I think they're really after the water. You know, they're going to have Gates brand water, and you can put a magnet on it and probably get all kinds of little dancing things in there, you know. You know, I laugh at it, but it's the same thing, same reason I laugh at pain. You know, there's not much I can do about it, and I just sort of got to take it, so I might as well take it with some laughter. And that's the way we need to take it, guys. This is Rick Shaw out.